Tandem is a puzzle game that could have been made by Tim Burton himself. You switch between playing in a top-down perspective and a horizontal side-scroller. The game takes place in a dark and scary London that is reminiscent of what the city looked like a long time ago. A time when people still transported themselves by horse and carriage. You have to guide Emma and her teddy bear through a twisted mansion that would fit into any horror movie. The story is about the disappearance of the magician Thomas Kane, and do not expect missing people to make an effort. Instead, Emma and her teddy bear Fenton try to solve the mystery. The story isn't very memorable. The game focuses so much on solving puzzles that the story plays a minimal role. But you can find clues and see cutscenes that are related to the story, but they do not add much. But the game has a surprising ending, therefore I think it's worth playing through the whole game to experience how the story ends. In this game, the developers have put all gravity aside. Puzzles have been created where the mix of perspectives interact. You play Emma from a top-down perspective and her teddy bear Fenton as a classic side-scroller. Together they help each other to solve different challenges. If you get stuck with Emma, you need to switch to Fenton, which can open a door or press a switch, and Emma can create shadows that Fenton can go on. Playing in top-down perspective and in horizontal position makes the game feel varied. It's fun to solve puzzles because of the different perspectives. The courses are relatively short but tricky. Rarely do you get an indication of what you do, instead you have to try different methods to find the right solution. The beginning of the game mostly serves as a tutorial, getting used to the control and how the characters work. But over time the puzzles become more difficult and more complex. However, it can be a bit monotonous in the long run, although the developers probably did their best to make the puzzles varied. You know what to expect. It's a puzzle game, neither more nor less. The game's graphics look good. The courses are often eerie and inhospitable and contain lots of details and furnishings that build up a rich environment. I also think that the developers have succeeded well with the game's main character, Emma, the contrast between a cute girl and scary environments. The game also flows well. I did not notice that it lost frame rate in the game itself, but could perceive that the cutscenes suffered from stuttering, at least on the Nintendo Switch. The characters are not very flexible to control. I didn't like how Emma runs or turns or how Fenton jumps. It doesn't feel too responsive. At some point you have to escape from a large lump of jelly. It then becomes clear that the control isn't smooth. I had trouble moving Emma forward, but by and large it does not matter because the focus is on solving puzzles and not necessarily how to control your characters. I came across a bug, but it didn't ruin my gaming experience. Here you see how Emma gets stuck. I can't move her in any direction. However, it's possible to restore a puzzle. This makes it easy to continue if a game crashes. The game also has an autosave feature after each completed puzzle. The game crashed on one occasion. It happened when the game was loading, but it is a fairly hassle-free game. I find that it flows quite well without any major problems, at least on the Nintendo Switch. Tandem is a game with a number of unique puzzles that can be both fun and tricky to solve. The dual gameplay mechanic makes the game feel varied and a bit twisted. Unfortunately, it gets a little too repetitive in the long run. You get a little tired of solving puzzle after puzzle, and the different courses can be quite similar to each other, which makes the game a bit monotonous. But at the same time, it will be satisfying to find the right solution. The music is perfectly okay and the graphics are detailed and nice. When it comes to replayability, I don't know if it is needed. After completing all the courses, it feels as if you have finished the game. If you put the game on a shelf, forget all the puzzles, you can run through the game again. Otherwise, it feels like you are done. I can recommend this game if you like puzzles, but like I said, it gets a little monotonous in the long run. Please subscribe to my channel for more reviews and other content. Have a good day. Bye!